For both you and me, this isn't an actual ARG. In this video, I'll be explaining theme song Caillou. But first, we need to clear something up, because every time I post a Silvagunner ARG explained video, I get the same comments over and over again asking about a new ARG. Now, unfortunately for both you and me, this isn't an actual ARG. Although it does involve some ARG-like steps, it's closer to half an ARG. Now, I know what you're thinking. An ARG is an ARG. You can't just say it's only half. Now, even with that in mind, there is some interesting stuff to see in this video. So let's get right into it. If you're not familiar with the subject matter, Caillou is a Canadian children's show aimed at toddlers. And this rip is clearly playing off the idea that this is a weird, corrupted, creepy kids show. It starts out with the character Harry Monster from Sesame Street saying, "That's a good apple."
That's a good apple.
It continues with footage of an empty street and then an empty subway station. And then stuff gets interesting. We hear a loud voice singing the Caillou theme song over a screaming child.
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I'm singing. Each day I grow some more. I'm there. Something more.
And then it cuts to what appears to be someone being held hostage. Followed up by some footage which is very reminiscent of the Slender videos also uploaded on the channel. Now, I'd just like to clarify that the stuff in this video is intentionally creepy, but it's also entirely not real. I've seen people concerned that the people in this video are actually in danger, but rest assured that is definitely not the case. Now, the video that appears to be a kid being kidnapped is actually a video from Liquid Chris.
Tell them your name.
Christian Weston Chandler.
Are you the real Christian?
Yes.
No!
Yes.
And while
No!
I can't explain the full backstory of it, in the description I've linked an interesting wiki page, and on the screen you can click here to watch this full-length lecture about Christian Weston Chandler.
Someone just did, for fun, he did Chris Chan impersonation videos on the internet just for his friends, but some troll found them, sent them to Chris, and said, "This guy is literally pretending to be you." And Chris believed him. This was Liquid Chris, is how he came to be known.
Suffice to say, the stuff in this video isn't real by any means. But if we suspend our disbelief and pretend it's real, we can see some really interesting things in this video. First off, in the description, there are some coordinates which lead to a road through a forest in rural Texas. Presumably, this is where the body is hidden at the end of the video. There's also a pastebin link hidden in one frame of the video, covered up by black annotations. Now, this is where the ARG-like steps begin. I'm gonna warn you, there's not very many of them. This pastebin contains the text virus and then a link to a My Mixtape file. This My Mixtape link contains a corrupted picture of Araki, the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, eating a donut. Now, years back, on 4chan, this image was rumored to contain a browser exploit that, when viewed, would give your computer a virus that would randomly screamer you. This rumor is very likely false, because an exploit in a common image format would be worth a lot of money, and it wouldn't be used to infect people over 4chan. In addition, it would be far since patched out by now, so there's no actual harm in viewing this image. The reason this version of the image is corrupt is because there's actually text inserted directly into the file, corrupting the image. You can even see the line where the browser stops being able to render it. The inserted text says, "I've hidden an audio file, please do not attempt to go listen to it, as you'll suffer the consequences. You'll guess why." And then it links to a Pico song. And when you go to listen to it, bitch, you guessed it, it's the bean. Let me play it for you at a much lower volume. And that's what you get for completing these steps. There's nothing else. This half ARG never intended to go anywhere. It was simply supposed to bean those who cared enough to solve it. And that's a little unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I intend on doing more of these Silvagunner explained videos, but I'm not entirely sure what to do them on. If there's anything you'd like to see explained, please leave a comment. I may get around to making your idea